How's your pelvis?
I don't know. So it's probably a question that we have not been asking ourselves, never, probably, honestly.
Ever. And that's the one thing that Dr. Maya asks her patients every day as a pelvic floor physical therapist. And she's here now to tell us everything that we need to know to take control of this area of our health. So Dr. Maya, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes. It's always helpful. First, can you tell us what a pelvic floor is and if in fact everyone has one?
Yes. So everyone has one. Men, women, babies, teenagers, elders. If you have a pelvis, you have a pelvic floor. Okay. And your pelvic floor muscles, it's a group of muscles that live within the pelvis. They allow us to pee, they allow us to poop, they allow us to reproduce and have babies, and they also support our reproductive organs. So it's this group of muscles that live in between the pelvis, external and internal.
It's kind of self-explanatory, and obviously you mentioned the purposes of the pelvis floor, but why is it so important to focus on it?
Because it's neglected. We don't talk about it enough. I don't think there's enough awareness around it. But a lot of people with back pain or hip pain that's unresolved, a lot of it's coming from your pelvic floor. But we don't think about that area as muscles that can have knots and tension or weakness or laxity. So that's why I like to really focus on it.
And it's something I think that so often we hear people will say, like, I have a weak pelvic floor or I have a strong pelvic floor. But, like, you can only really know by going to an expert, right?
Thank you for saying that. So a lot of people will assume, like, let's say, okay, I have some leakage when I run or when I jump, and they think, okay, my pelvic floor is weak, I need to do Kegels. It's actually pretty rare that I prescribe just Kegels. We need to come down and figure out what the actual issue is. Is it tension? Do they have prolapse? Do they have constipation and they're straining every day? And that will really guide and cater their plan of care.
Oh, well, that's a good pro tip.
Yeah.
And you have a tip for us to actually find our pelvic floor through breathing.
Yes. So there is something called diaphragmatic breathing. This is a common practice in yoga and Pilates. But if you're not involved in that, a lot of times people don't hear about it. Your diaphragm is an umbrella-shaped muscle under your ribs. And anytime we inhale, it moves, and your pelvic floor should also move with that.
Oh.
Yeah, so do a little less with your shoulders when we inhale, which we all breathe up here. We're all tight.
Yeah.
But we really should be breathing through our diaphragm and our pelvic floor. So a good cue is if you are somebody wearing a bra right now, when you inhale, try to move your bra. Try to push it away with your inhale.
Ooh.
Another cue is you can have both hands on your ribs.
So
and as you inhale, you're trying to breathe into your hands.
Okay.
When we cue in the pelvic floor a little bit more, though, you think about breathing through your bottom. Right? Breathing down into that area. So not straining. We don't want to strain.
Then you're not naturally breathing either.
But you want to lengthen those muscles. Okay. So that's what I have all my patients start off with.
I love that. You also have a few tips that are like more broad strokes, right?
Yes.
Like, of course, go to the expert for the specifics for you, but broadly, what do you tell people?
There's so many.
Yeah.
Number one, try your best not to just in case pee. So this is like, you don't really have to pee, but you're about to go to Target.
Should tell our parents that.
We grow up that way. But yes, try your best not to just in case pee. It can confuse things in the bladder-brain connection. Sit fully on the toilet.
Okay, this one stressed me out. Because
I know. It stresses me out too. If it's a porta potty, I'm not sitting.
Okay.
But majority of the time, try your best to fully sit on the toilet. If you're hovering, it's weakening your pelvic floor. You can't fully relax to allow the urine to come out. So you really do want to sit fully on the toilet. Yeah.
Well, if you guys want more tips like this, you can find Dr. Maya at howsyourpelvis1.com or on social media.
Yes.
Thank you already. Now I know where it is.
Yes.
Now I can make sure I'm not weakening.
Exactly. We're just going to take steps in the right direction.
Exactly.
So thanks for being here.